And of course always turn on the auto eject. And it's the same with this one. Input, output. At first, I believe the smelting factory is the one that you take all the way up and you put all of the upgrades on, because it also was receiving from multiple sides. So it's really pretty easy to set this system up. And I kind of described it, but I didn't completely describe it, because there is another YouTuber who goes by the name of Rage Plays Games, and he did a great tutorial on the finer inner workings of Mechanism and how to play it survival. And that's actually where this setup comes from, for the most part. So go check that out. Suddenly I don't feel so welcome in my own mine. I suppose it isn't mine at all. Welcome to episode 9 of the Gocleau Modpack Let's Play. We're just hanging out in this mine. Hopefully we won't have to be in this place for too much longer. But for right now, I'm just processing some ore that I got down in a mining trip not too long ago. And once all of this is finished, particularly the iron, probably should have put it in first, but once it is finished I'm going to turn a fair amount of it into steel, and then we will start making tools. In the meantime, there is some prep work that can be accomplished here, but not too much. We're going to need a whole lot of wood for these, and I remember the blank patterns are the start, and then like that, one of these, and pattern chest. So I've got at least 3, 4, but I know there's going to be 5. I guess glass out there works. Maybe I should go ahead and put one there just to be safe. I actually think that I need to flip these two like so. Okay, tool station, part builder, stencil table. What is this? The axe? I don't think I want that. I probably better have a scythe. And a hammerhead, excavator, broad axe. Definitely want the broad axe. Pan is a good one to have. Knife blade, sword blade. I mean, I'm going to do the scythe at some point, and I'll do... I mean, I suppose this maybe... Especially like the fletchling and the string, those are two good ones to have. What's this? Shuriken, crossbow limb, definitely. Crossbow body, I like the crossbow. It's probably not going to be a surprise to anybody. I guess I didn't really need the arrowhead, but that's okay. Deposit this stuff into here. Okay, cobble. Let's check on the progress of what's going on in here. Man, the mobs are just like lining up to get me. I don't know where they are. I can hear a skelly. Bring up some cobblestone. I'm going to start with a cobblestone variation of each, but I probably won't build them yet. And excavator. Normal tool rod. And binding. So to start my precision tools, will ultimately be these stone tools here that I'm making. The big draw to the cobblestone tools is that they can be repaired with cobblestone. Not exactly on the fly, but pretty close. And that seems like a pretty important thing, really. So I've got those made. I mean, I suppose I should just go ahead and do like this and this, and then I can show you how to make tools real quick. So you come here into the tool station and click on the one you want. Put them in. And always make sure that you name it. I also want a shovel. And what are we going to call the shovel? Giuseppe. Giuseppe and Leonard. My shovel and pickaxe. Now, they're not worth much at all at this point. Maybe if I take it out, it'll stop. There, no more. No more distractions, no more interruptions from that chest. I guess I'll see you back in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to try and stay occupied. alone in my mind, nobody's watching. Who cares if I talk to myself every now and again? What was that? Who? I don't think... I mean, I don't see anyone on the map. I don't think that they're... I got rid of that chest, I thought. Is it? Doesn't sound like that one, is it? That's a face. Sometimes you just gotta get out of the hole in the ground. And check out that sunrise. What have I got? 8 gold dust. Nothing going on in these. Nothing going on in these. So it's just these 7 gold. Let's grab the 32. So kind of like with the ingots where I had to melt down the gold to turn it into those plates. Am I just like losing it? No, I don't hear any music. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't of such strong sound mind. There we go with the steel. I also went ahead and found some bread here. Stone tool rod. Is there, in fact, tough tool rod? In fact, there is. In fact, I don't even have one of those yet. 3. These big ones are where we start to get expensive. The scythe can go here, the large one can go here, and the crossbow can go here. Okay, so what we do with these then, let's do the small tool first. But we just place them down like so, right onto these tables. $27. Something's kind of glitchy today, huh? The crossbow body, shovel head, tool binding, the pickaxe, the tool rod. No, did I say that? I don't know what I'm going to do with these other tools, but we'll have to deal with that here in a little bit later. Oh, look at that. Look what I did. And just make the rest of these forms again. The scythe head, the hammer head, the broad axe head, the tough rod. I think that's the last one. 22 more of those. I think maybe it's time I get out of this mine. The way I made that kind of feels like a person to me. Okay, but there we go with the molten steel, and let's put in some more. So these are really the only ones that I can actually use right now. Okay, so I wanted to show a couple of things. We'll actually get more into specifically what I did with these, if anybody has a burning desire for me to. I kind of assume that most people have seen and are familiar with this process in one way or another. But we have all of these other tools that we need to construct. But one thing that I wanted to show is with the crossbow, the bolts are kind of difficult to figure out. So what you gotta do is take one of these tool rods, put it in here, and then pour the liquid around it. It turned it into a steel bolt. I'm going to put that steel bolt right there for now. And once again, when I make these tools, I need to name them, of course. And there I just put them with the other steel bolt. And you can see there's actually quite a bit of a difference between the amount of attack damage that they do just with the base tools. Okay, so before we finish out this episode really quickly, I would like to go ahead and make the base level of the rest of these, and then in the next episode we can go out and try and find some of the things to make the modifiers. I think that could be kind of a fun episode. The big stick, the 4 unique headpieces, the big flat guys, and the tough binding. One, two, three, 4, the tough rod, and the large plate. So I guess I'm going to start with this one and get an idea for how many of those I'm going to need. 2, 3, 4. 4? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1. 2. Here's the third one. And then ultimately there's going to be one more after this one. And then I also went and looked and I saw that I need 5 of the tough rods and 4 of the bindings, I do believe. 3. I was wrong, I said 4, but there's 3. So 5 of the rods, 3 of the binding. And predictably I'm out of steel, so I'm going to have to go ahead and make some more of that before I can finish out the rest of these, but there's also going to be the hammer head, the excavator head, the scythe head, and of course the broadaxe head, so we're going to have to cast those too. And I'm going to go ahead and throw that back in there. Alright, so I'll be back in a few minutes with at least the bindings and the rods finished. I suppose there's also the crossbow pieces, but I'll probably focus on the other tools first before the crossbow. That's quite a lot of materials there. And then we just use the same table again to build them. And of course I've got to name them all. When I'm finished with that, that is unfortunately going to be all of the time that I've got for today's episode. But we got all of our tools started, and in the next episode we will go out and get the materials that we need for the modifiers. Just go take a trip around, figure out everything that we need, and go find it all. Let's see... how about... and then finally, the scythe. So I've got tools that will clear out large areas, and then tools that will clear out small areas. Ones that are easy to repair, and then ones ultimately probably that will repair themselves, and then we've also got the crossbow. And if my references weren't clear before, they probably are now. Oh, this one requires a string, so we're going to have to come back when we have the string. But we should... oh, and another one of these crossbeams. Bummer. So I guess I'm going to have to make a bit more steel for one more of these heavy crosses, and we'll gather string. So I will have that ready to assemble by the next episode. So thank you for watching episode 9 of the Gocleau Modpack Let's Play series, and I will see you in episode 10.